Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to read an article, and in this article we are going to read why reading the newspaper should be part of classroom activity, and what each government take on this, and how we can cultivate this. So we will read all about this. So let's read. Recently, the Uttar Pradesh government issued a circular directing all state-run schools to allot 10 minutes during the morning assembly to read out main item from physical newspaper. The circular further added that this activity be conducted regular on rotational basis by students to cultivate the habit of reading. While the initiative while the initiative is to be applauded, this practice has been in place across thousands of years for several years, although the impact is yet to be scientifically measured. The fate of reading among students is starkly evident. Decision 8. Trapped in the cauldron of screen addiction, toxic effects of which have been so alarming that the Australian government has banned social media nationally for children under 16 years. In former survey, the task at hand, therefore, is to engineer a turnaround to rejuvenate the reading habit that can origin, origin, organically act as a cognitive detoxification for academic to meaningfully engage in this pursuit and for such initiative to succeed. A practical roadmap must be drawn. As a first step, an informal survey was conducted among students, including those who participated in the newspaper reading exercise at the end of the school day. A few students from class 6 to 12 were ran- randomly chosen as they left school. Even those who had read out the news in the morning assembly were unable to recall most of what they had read. The teachers revealed that the assigned student usually arrived a little early and hurriedly skimmed through the newspaper. This led to a headlines being chosen randomly and read out, makingly stuttering and mispronunciation being common while reading aloud. Rapid reading, which conveyed little meaning to listener, a potpourri, potpourri of news items often that confused rather than informed, and regular class commencing immediately after the assembly, leaving no time to think over the news. Consequently, the practice yielded minimal result, and continue the same format is likely to remain a futile exercise. Meaningful use. Instead, the same 10-minute slot could be used far meaningfully within these regular classes. Each student should engage directly with the newspaper reading news story of their own choice, followed by quick activities such as retelling, discussing, summarizing, expressing opinion, and debating what they have read. Most importantly, these tasks should be carried out in pairs, threads, or small groups to ensure the participation of all learners. The conventional practice of individual presentation should be avoided as it is impossible to offer equitable opportunity to everyone, and even when done are rare and infrequent, so inclusive learning space must be deliberately created. Although the news of here and now is accessible on digital media, the age, the print media enjoy is that the news stories are curated, offering background profile and biased unbiased unbiased interpretation, while fake news, misinformation, and disinformation characterize the current situation. The role of newspaper is uninviolable, facilitating novice students to grasp authentic news and formulate viewpoint to share with their peers, parents, and siblings, thereby deepening their think thinking. Another major advantage is that newspaper aptly described as the poor man's university encompasses every dimension of life: politics, economics, commerce, sport, science, technology, wars, religions, films, celebrities, and more at local, state, national, and international levels. In fact, they shrink the entire universe into a few pages. These attributes naturally induce a daily urge to read. Habitual readers feel a sense of loss if they miss even a single day. The commonly cited benefit of reading newspapers: vocabulary enrichment, strengthening GK preparation for competitive examination, and the development of empathy, are merely spin-off. More crucially, the much touted 21st century skills such as creative and critical thinking, along with problem solving skills, can be developed organically. Unlike the narrow academic focus of former subjects, bringing newspaper into the fore in shorten to create a cognitive appeal that can effectively motivate a student to become willing readers. Challenge and solution. The major obstacle to this approach is ensuring access to newspaper for all students. Nevertheless, this challenge is far from insurmountable. Some strategies include adoption of a school as part of CSR initiative by the newspaper, encouraging parents who can afford it to subscribe, allocation of part of the annual library budget for newspaper, asking for help from alumni association or local clubs, or even using back issue. Additionally, sharing of newspaper between two students will further help reduce expense. Halting the steep decline in reading among youngsters has emerged as a prime challenge, and granting newspaper a legitimate academic status offers an immense potential to transform students into a habitual reader. The writer is the Chief Executive Chair, ELTAI, and former professor and head department of English, Anna University, Chennai. So, writer is a freelancer and who has written this, but this is very important article that why we should all, be it student, academic student, non-academic student, any parent, any child, adult, why all we should read newspaper, and how we can cultivate it, and if there is a challenge of finances, so parents who can afford this should adopt a school and provide a newspaper. There could be a many ways to provide a newspaper, and we all should read a newspaper because this is a great way to creative idea, creative thinking, especially in this 21st century. So, what do you think about this article? And do you think that reading is important? Whatever you think, you can comment down and you can share with your friend that why they should also read newspaper and books. So that's all for today, and we will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.